Ladies and gentlemen, my dear Mavi community, welcome on today's call. My name is Doman, and today we will speak about green candles, we will speak about profits, we will speak about the trading strategies that they are inside of the FinUp. So once again, welcome on today's call. Probably you know on today's call I'm not alone. We are having two amazing guests. Once again, this is not a financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Our translators are not a financial advisor. And everyone should do its own due diligence. But once again, every Wednesday, 7 p.m. CET, 9 p.m. Dubai time, we are informing you about everything, what is happening with our amazing partner, FinUp. Now, once again, Mustafa, thank you very much for joining this call. You are not in Singapore token 2049. Probably you are in hot Dubai still, or where you are right now?
Yeah, I'm unfortunately in hot Dubai right now.
You are in hot Dubai. We are freezing out in Europe. It's better to be in a hot beach than in cold Europe. Okay, please share with our community what you prepare for this week. I'm getting a lot of messages. Mustafa, speak about the many great things, but even more important, please, the virtual stage is yours, and let's dive deep.
Thank you. It's good to have you back on the call. We missed you last week. To the community, happy October. September has been very shaky, but as you know, Mr. Sven's team has been doing exceptionally well. But we started the month of October with a massive green candle. It's something we all love to see. Things are looking good. Things are looking primed. Let's ride this to the maximum we can. We spoke briefly last week about how volatility is helping Mr. Sven's team, which is amazing. So now I'm gonna focus more on what we have to offer in partnership with you guys. So yesterday was a big day for us. Our blockchain finally went live. So that means a lot of the exciting stuff that we were working on can finally come into play. So, that being said, I think for the past few weeks, I'm sure there's a lot of people that are new here that maybe have not heard what I've been talking about. But basically, we've been creating something of an index. What is an index? So we have, in partnership with you guys, a lot of things. You guys have some beautiful performing strategies, but these strategies do well in upwards or downwards market. Sometimes when the market is flat, people want to still make money, and that's the thing that we wanted to target. So we came up with fractionalized gold, fractionalized silver, the Magnificent Seven stock market. You see every day gold and stock market is hitting all-time highs, whereas crypto is going down. So you're like, shit, how can I play on both sides of the fields? So that's going to be available very soon for the people. But also when you give people a bit too many options, that's also overwhelming. Like if I go to a grocery store and I'm hungry, I'm like, oh shit, should I get steak, fish, chicken? What should I get? So what we're doing is going to make life very easy for the community. What we're going to do is going to create 3 different baskets based on the yield. So what we're going to do is implement different strategies and put them together, and that will earn a master yield, you can say. So at any given point, say if there's 3 or 4 things inside that basket, maybe one is not doing as well, but the other 3 are doing. So just to give some numbers, don't quote me on this, don't tell anybody I'm saying this out there. I know although this call is recorded, but I trust you guys with some secrets.
Don't worry, we are just recording and translating in 5 languages, so don't worry. Don't worry.
No, but this is the trust I have with the community here. We've been doing this for a minute. Also, I've been promising things and not been able to deliver on a timely manner, and I would like to apologize for that. But finally, now that the blockchain is live, I can deliver on all of these things that I've been promising you guys. So for starters, I think there's going to be a low risk strategy basket that can earn anywhere between 7 to 8%. Which is phenomenal numbers. This is per annum, obviously. So if someone comes in with, let's say, $5,000 and he's like, what, I'm gonna put $2,500 allocated into Binance Core Delta Max, and then actually I would like a more conservative approach and put this there, which earns yield no matter which way the market goes. So we can do that. Then there's going to be a medium one, which will be anywhere between say 10 to 14% ish, and then there's going to be the high risk one, which could be anywhere between 15 to 25%, even higher. I'm giving conservative approaches. Think of these yields going to be higher. One thing I did forget to mention, that these things are already ready for us to plug and play, so it's going to be coming very, very soon for you guys. I think I will have an answer from my team tomorrow, because I really was pushing them as okay guys, I look bad, you guys are telling me things already. I go to the community, tell them, hey, I'm working, and then you're like, oh, we had this small issue so we can't. But who looks bad? Me to you guys, so I don't want none of that. I'm promising you guys things, I want to deliver on time. So these things are ready.
I said I understand. I completely understand what you are saying.
So I don't want to be the bad guy anymore, I want to make you guys happy. So this is stuff that I've already pushed the team. I'm going to have an answer from them by tomorrow, when is the exact date. So I will be in touch with you or Amadei, and you guys can let the community know. Number two, so these are things that are already live. And then I also have a Falcon stable coin, which is generating a yield of 10 to 12% a year. It's just a stable coin that does arbitrage on funding rates, so you guys can play with that and just park money in there and earn that. That will also be part of the index, but if you guys want it on a separate, I can do that too. Things that I have coming in the future, which are very exciting, is tokenized real estate. And as we all know, Dubai real estate is like the flavor of the month. Everybody wants to be part of it, but sometimes people like my age, we don't have the money to buy apartments here and there. But what is exciting is going to be that you guys can come in with $100, $200, $5,000 and own a share of a property and earn the yield on that. So that's not live yet. We are working. We have partnered with some very strong developers. We're just working in the the final product of it, how it's going to work out. So that's stuff that's in the works, but as soon as it's live, you guys will be the first people to be able to get it. So we're cooking a lot of stuff. We have private credit coming, and like I said, this is going to be exclusive for you guys, and you guys will have it first. So yeah, that's the updates from my end. The markets look good. The markets look ripe. Now is the time to actually, for all of us, to lock in. It's been choppy few months. Your emotions get the best of you. But if you see that anytime in the history, also guys, not financial advice, do your own research, but anytime in the past in history, whenever September has closed green for crypto, the Q4 has been nuts. Go back in time, look at it. October's always been double digits. And history tends to repeat itself, So I think now would be the time to lock in. If you had any doubt in your heart, now is the time to, hey, it's my time to deploy some capital, make the most of what we have left in front. Like yesterday, U.S. government shut down and Bitcoin went from 112 to 117K. You can tell people are not messing around. They started Q4 off with a bang. So that's the updates from me. If you have any more questions, I'm happy to answer. Otherwise, yeah, that will be all from me.
Mustafa, I have just one question. You mentioned the tokenized real estates from Dubai. What is your team estimation in order to have the product ready? I know there is, let's say, a few offers on the market, but this would be something that would be very, very interesting, not just for our community in Europe, but literally all around the globe. What are the estimations that this thing can become reality?
Okay, the question is not if it can become reality, it's about when. We've already done everything, the partnerships, all we need to do, the structure, all of that. It's just the tech implementation, because it's a little bit tricky. The goal is for Q4 this year. Well, it was supposed to be like November 2020 of this year. I would say, just to be on the safe side, I'm gonna buy some more time, because I'm done looking bad in front of the community. I would say by December, mid-December of this year, that should go live. But before that, all that even happens, I have all other exciting products coming your way. Like I said, there's going to be private credit that's already almost on the finish line. So I have exciting stuff coming. So if I'm not able to deliver like the real estate thing that like I promised, I'm gonna get you other stuff, private credit, secondaries, like a whole bunch of tokenized stuff. And I'm going to work closely with your team and probably put them in the indexes so people who aren't maybe so educated about these things don't get flustered and have to figure out, hey, what should I pick? Should I pick this? So we can just make their life easier and keep them in a basket so they can extract the juice from all the fruits available on the market.
Okay, what I can say, thank you very much for joining this call. I'm sure you and your team will prepare many exciting things also for the next week. And let's not forget on the tutorials and how to properly use the platform as such. Once again, the team already started working on it, but once again, we want to give our community, let's say, the best service. So what I can say, Mustafa, thank you very much for joining this call. And
thank you very much.
Okay, my dear community, first of all, we didn't finish. We are not finishing yet. We are just getting started. I would like to invite on the call the gentleman that was previous week or 2 weeks ago. It was in Asia. I think right now already is in Europe. Mr. Doyan, once again, thank you very much for joining this call and congratulations for the past 10 days. You are outperforming the market, and I hope that everything will go in the right directions. I need to be honest. I'm getting on a daily basis tens of messages that people are very satisfied. Mr. Doyan, thank you very much for joining this call. The virtual stage is yours, and please tell us more how everything look inside of the Binance Core and Delta Max. Mr. Doyan, are you here with us?
Yeah, hello Doman, I'm here.
Hi.
And yeah.
Big congrats. Big congrats.
Okay. So for today, I also prepared the presentation. Let me quickly share the screen with you. Can everybody see the screen?
We see it, we hear it. That's it.
Okay. So first of all, performance review. So for Binance Core, the monthly return for September is 1.86%. We had some winning trades for September as there were a huge market crash, and the total return for Binance Core so far is 6.64%. And for Delta Max, the monthly return for September is 2.35%. The same as Binance Core, most of the profits came from the market crash last month, and the total return is 6.07%. And one thing I would like to highlight is that we recently made some updates, such as adjusting the risk parameters and adding new portfolios to the trend strategies, as I mentioned in the previous meetings. As a result, we closed some positions earlier than what we had to, which if we held on to them, they would have generated some profits. So this is the cumulative return of the simulation of the strategy without closing positions. And as you can see, we would have been close to the previous high, which is in mid-August of the equity curve according to the simulation. So we feel a bit disappointed, but at the same time, besides the fact that we missed some opportunities due to the updates, everything is working fine according to the simulation. So we're happy for that. And also, I would like to mention, in trading perspective, I think our strategy handles such difficult market well. I'm pretty sure there are many people who aren't in this type of market, but at the same time, there are many people who failed in this market. So I think it was a bit difficult market for many traders out there, but the strategy performed decently despite all the lost opportunities due to the update. And according to the simulations, profits have consistently been higher in November and December, especially toward the end of the year. So overall, everything looks good. And if you are planning to invest into our strategies, I just want to say, I think now is a good time to invest, because it is not usual to experience another drawdown after the huge drawdown we experienced in August. And also, as I said, towards the end of the year, the strategy, the profit has been higher for those months. So, yeah. And also, I was told that there are many new people here, so I have prepared some segments about our strategies. In general, I'll quickly go over this because most of you know about our strategy already. So our portfolio is automated, diversified portfolio with strong risk management. So first, we generate more than 7,000 strategies using machine learning, and we select 43-ish strategies out of all the strategies. So basically, our portfolio is like 43 or more. I think now we have like more or less more than 50 strategies. So it's more or less 50 strategies running like a single algorithm. And when selecting strategies, we use several metrics, including risk measures such as the Sharpe ratio, as I explained in the previous meetings. But most importantly, we focus on the correlation between strategies. So this graph on the right shows the correlation between strategies we generated using machine learning, with values ranging from about 0.3 to negative 0.1. So our goal is to find strategies that are negatively correlated, meaning when if one goes up, the other one goes down, so that they can hedge each other. So the whole point of measuring correlation is to diversify the portfolio as much as possible. So for strategies, we can break them into three different models. This is the first model, which mostly consists of trend following strategies. By trend following, I mean strategies that aim to identify and profit from the trend of the market, either up or down. And typically, these strategies use moving average or exponential moving average, as you can see in the graph here. And so of the far left, this is a graph of equity curve of all the different strategies in the model 1. And in the middle, it is an equity curve graph of all the strategies combined. And on the right, there is a monthly return table of the simulation of model 1. And this is the second strategy, which consists of rise, fall, and expansion strategy, which are designed to perform good during volatile yet flat market. And lastly, Model 3, this model consists of Bollinger Bands and envelopes trading. They are mean reversion strategies, meaning the strategy profits by assuming that prices will eventually return to the average value after deviating from the mean, the average. And overall, the point is that every models that I just showed you have different characteristics in terms of trading techniques and returns or profitability. So in some degree, they should hedge each other. So that's the main point. And this is the simulation result of all the models 1, 2, 3 combined, and it's from the first day of 2024 to 2025 September 17th. And as you can see in the last I would say 1.8 or 1.7 years, the strategy generated 900, more or less 960%, with drawdown of negative 12%. To be honest, I think this simulation result is a bit overfitted. So just to give you an idea, think more or less 180% a year if you're investing in Binance Core, and 100% a year if you are investing in Delta Max. And also during the previous meeting, I think we got a question on how our strategies take profits or exits. So I prepared a little segment for this as well. So currently for trend following strategies, we are using 4 different methods. First is the fixed take profit level based on daily ATR, trailing stop only, and fixed take profit and trailing stop together, or the end of the day, which is basically closing the position at 00 UTC. For those who do not know what the trailing stop is, it is like a special stop order where the stop loss moves along with the market. So for example, if you buy Bitcoin at 50,000 US dollar and set up a stop loss of 2,000 US dollar, and if the price goes up to 55,000, then the price of your stop order moves up from 48,000 to 53,000 because the price went up by 5,000 US dollar. So yeah, that's how it works. For the fixed take profits, again, we use something called ATR, which stands for average true range. This is a really famous indicator. I'm pretty sure most of you in the audience know this indicator, so I'll quickly explain. So the ATR is previous ATR times n, which is the number of days or minutes, minus 1, plus TR, which stands for true range, divided by n. And the way to find the true range is the maximum values of daily high minus daily low, or absolute daily high minus previous close, or absolute of daily low minus previous close. And to calculate the average true range, you find the true range for the last 14 or 15 days or minutes, depending on your configuration, and you calculate the average. I'm not going to explain the examples because it's a bit straightforward. And if you plot the ATR, looks like the red line shown in the picture like this. The concept of ATR is somewhat similar to volatility or standard deviation in that it measures risk. However, it is particularly useful because unlike standard deviation, ATR provides an actual estimate of the price range, indicating like how much the price can be expected to move under normal conditions. So it is very common for traders, I think, to use this indicator to calculate their profit levels or stop loss level, including us. And and I hope you find today's presentation helpful. I know some of you may already know this concept, but I just wanted to share our thought process and when we design and program our strategies. And also, maybe my boss will not be very happy if I say this, but I just want to say that our portfolio is not perfect. There is always room for improvement, and we are continuously working to make it better. And we're happy to answer any questions, whether to share what we know or learn from your perspective. And that's it. Thank you.
Mr. Doyan, before I let you, may I just once again ask you a final question? If you go back to the slide, how much the simulation worked in the past 1.5 years. So I believe that our audience needs to understand that we cannot take a look the successfulness of the trading strategy on a daily basis, but through some mid-time period, 1 year, year and a half, 2 years. Now, positioning today, it's very, very important for the future, no matter if the market goes up and down. What would be your advice, how the markets will move based on your knowledge for the next 3 months? So let's say what kind of way they can catch from your perspective, and what kind of advice you would give to everyone who is a part of Binance Core and DeltaMax for the next 12 to 18 months?
Regarding the price, to be honest, I think I already said, but it's really it doesn't make sense to predict the future for the price for the future. But all I can say is that historically, according to the simulations, the profits for November and December has been higher than any other months according to the simulation. So we're expecting more profits as the end of the year. So that's all I can say. And yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if right now is 1st of October and Mr. Doyan said that the biggest profits are coming by the end of the year, I believe that this is the time to load your accounts and to choose one of the trading strategies that suits your needs. And even more important, this portfolio performance for the past year and a half, I literally just love it. And I'm sure that a year from now, we will have the people on the call with big smiles and with full pockets of USDTs of the trading profits. What I can say, Mr. Doyan, thank you very much for joining this call and for this explanation. And I'm sure that we will continue with amazing positive trend with Binance Core and DeltaMax. What I can say, once again, thank you very much for joining this call.
Thank you.
Okay, my dear audience, what I can say, new week, new wins, new green candles, new profits, and our dear presenters show you we are developing with the FinUp platform in different kind of options. Mr. Doyan with the entire team is providing one of the best trading results on the market, and we are not slowing down. For the end of this call, I would like only to say we are just getting started. Once again, thank you very much for joining this call. More exciting news we will provide you next week. Until then, wish you a great day, wish you a great week, and see you next week with a new call for our partner name, the FinUp. Goodbye from Europe.